Hey YouTube, this is FS Physicus. Got something new for you today. This is a Springfield XDm 45 ACP compact 3.8 inch. Something I've been hoping to get a hold of for quite a long time now. Actually, when I lived out in California, we weren't able to own these as they don't have a magazine disconnect. We couldn't get them. But I've been trying to get this particular one since since January 19th of 2013. You may recognize that as the original Gun Appreciation Day. And I finally got my hands on it. I wanted to go through the first few shots through it. It's brand new, have not shot it. So we'll load it up, take a few shots at it, see how it does. Alright, I've only got 2 magazines for this gun, so what I'm going to do is I'll run through 19 rounds. I got a 9 round and a 10 round magazine. I'll probably stop the camera while I'm reloading to bore you from that. And then I've got another camera I'm going to run that's going to be doing a close-up of the target so we can see where my shots are landing. Anyway, let me get the other camera started, get loaded up, and we'll get started. Okay, YouTube, so I've got the other camera running. I'm just going to run through the first 19 rounds. Remember, these are the first 19 rounds through this gun period, and we'll just see how I do. Hopefully the shoot and see target will give me some feedback and I'll be able to see what's going on. Alright, let's get started. Okay, we're live. This will be a little different because the grip on this 10 round magazine is extended, so we'll see if that helps any better. Alright, that's the first 19 rounds downrange. We'll load it up again and try it. Also, I think maybe later I'll give a shot at some of the steel targets and see if that does any good. Those are a new addition at this range. But the point is to kind of see where we're hitting with the paper targets. Okay, well, let's continue on. I'm loaded back up. The target, by the way, is 25 feet away. We'll see if I can't get rid of those flyers down there low and keep everything in the black from here on out. that should have been 2 rounds of 19 shots apiece. I'm going to stop the camera again. I'm going to go see about pasting up that target a bit and maybe collecting some of my brass before it gets lost in the weeds. And then we'll be back. We'll do one more series, see how that goes. I gotta say it's a pretty good feel. In the next section I'll show you another gun that I brought with me to compare this to, but I think that's I'm really pleased with the gun so far. You know, I think that I'm shooting a lot better with this than I have with previous 45s. So anyway, let's keep moving on. Okay guys, so I've pasted up the targets. Got to do one more round, one more set of 19 rounds here. It looks like I haven't been getting full capacity in the magazines because they're brand new. The springs are pretty stiff. So I'm not exactly sure how much brass I'm supposed to recover and how many shots I've done. Maybe when I'm editing the video I can count the number of shots. Let me do one thing. I see a spent casing over here. I'm going to pick that up and throw it on my ground cover. Oh, actually there's 2. And then let's go ahead and we'll do one more set. Alright, there's the first 9. I see some of those pasters flying off. We got 10 more to go. That's pasters, by the way, not pasties, for those of you that get that reference. Alright, well, we'll take a look at how we did, and I actually did want to show you something else. I brought another gun with me, and I wanted to kind of compare and contrast the two. Not do a whole video on that, but just a little bit. So, by the way, the chamber's still empty, magazine's empty. Okay. Okay, we're still safe. Let me show you this. This is my Springfield XDm subcompact. Okay, it is also safe. Yeah. And the reason that I wanted to share these two is because this is what I was going to be using, have been using for a carried gun. I really like the size and the fact that it's a 9. I wanted to compare it to the XDm 45 3.8-inch compact because after I started looking at it, I was amazed how dimensionally similar these guns are. If you take a look at them, maybe that's the wrong way to show them, but you can see, you know, the barrel is longer on the 45, obviously, because this is supposedly a 3 or a 3.3-inch barrel. The other one is 3.8. However, and I guess I'll switch them so this makes more sense. Okay, again, length is a little longer in the 45 in the XDm. However, if you look at the slides, the width, of course they're different shapes. If you look at the height of the grips, and in this case I'll swap them, okay, without my pierced extensions on the XD in the back, you see that the grips are about the same length. And as it turns out, this XDm, actually fits in my holster for the XD. Now it does extend farther past the Kydex, about the width of my thumb. Well, maybe not the width, the thickness of my thumb, whatever that is. But it does work. So all in all, given the first impressions, this 45, even though it's small, it has a longer sight radius than the XD9 subcompact. Okay, I don't know if you can see this real well, but if you line the backs of the guns up, of course the XDm has an advantage because the sight sits further back, and also because it's a longer gun and the front dot is farther away. Recoil is pretty manageable. I've had some issues with some of the, believe it or not, some of the 1911s I've fired, feeling like I can't control it, but it seems to work pretty well. We'll take a look at the close-up video from the other camera, and I think that pretty much covers it. So that's the first, let's see, what is 19 times 3? If you're a dart player, from cricket, triple 19s is 57. So, should be around 57, 60 rounds that have gone down range. That's the first rounds through this gun. I was real happy bringing that to you, sharing that experience with you. And thank you very much for looking in on me.